Hey everybody, Jake here. What you're going to see today is the new wheels and tires on my Sandrail, and I'm pretty happy. As you can see, I'm doing a little circle dance around the car. It's about time. I've been driving around in these really crappy tires and wheels for the longest time, so I had to do it. By the way, guys, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. We got a lot of great videos coming up ahead, and let's get started. Alright, so these are the old wheels and tires that came off the car. As you can see, I have some spacers in there because, as you know, Volkswagens are 4 lugs, and the rear tires, the rear wheels that I put on this car actually were 5 lug wheels. So I had to get some spacer adapters to make the wheels go on. But anyway, I want to show you these things. That is a size N 50-15. It's a non-radial tire. That's the old crap that I had on this car. And to be honest with you, I didn't buy these tires and wheels. They came with the original car that I bought before I, basically restored it. And I figured the wheels and the tires, kind of like the last frontier. I just wanted to get the car kind of up and running, get the engine right and everything else. And I figured I'd put some wheels and tires on it. But it has been so long since I bought this car and built it that I figured, hey, it's just about time. Let me just go ahead and do it. You can see how bad these tires are. And you know what? The tires are bad, but it's not the result of the way they were sitting on the car. I bought the tires with the old car this way, and I think they came off like an old, like a Trans Am or something. So you can see I'm measuring out these tires. You can see it's pretty thick, pretty wide. It was like a 12 and a half inch tire, and pretty tall. Let's see, the height of this tire is probably almost 27 and a half inches. And I kind of wanted to match them with something that was pretty similar, so I wouldn't change the way the car, accelerated as far as torque or anything like that, because you'd feel that if you changed the wheel size. So here we go. This is what I switched them to, some brand new Hankooks. These back tires are the Ventus H101s. The size is 295/50/15, and it's a 4-bolt pattern, a 4x130 bolt pattern. I did not have to use a spacer or an adapter. You could see that these tires are a little narrower than the last ones I had, which was going to be a little bit of a difference in the way the car appeared and its footprint and the way it stood. And you could see it's not too much different in height, which I was kind of happy about 27 and a half. I'm just going to go around and show you these tires. Are really sweet tires. The back tires are, the tread on those things were ridiculous. Going on to the fronts, I also chose some Hankook tires, size 195/65/15, which is exactly the same size tire that came off. The funny thing is, those tires, the front and back tires that came off this car were so old that rubber wasn't even, it was more like plastic at this point. So I'd drive down the street, and if I would hit a patch of water and I had to steer, it was actually very treacherous, more than you can imagine. It was actually getting to a point where it was extremely dangerous, and I just didn't even want to drive the car. Even dry pavement anymore was just very dangerous. So I'm going to go ahead and start the car up. We're going to take it for a ride, and we're going to test out these tires. I've already had it out, and of course, but I figured I'd make this video for you guys because I'm sure there's some people out there that are thinking, man, I wish I can get some nice new wheels and tires for my VW, my air-cooled VW. You can put these on just an old Beetle, a street car, or a Sandrail like this, and it's they're great. They're great tires. They stick to the road like incredible. I really can't do it justice by taking the car out for a ride like this. You got to be in the car. So I mean, I'd like you to feel what it feels like for me to corner in this car now. Go around turns, accelerate. The car does not lose traction anymore. It takes turns pretty high speed. With this GoPro, I don't know how to get the settings to show on this video, but with the GoPro 7, it actually shows what the G-forces are when I accelerate and when I go around turns. And around turns, I was recording like 1.6 Gs, and it's pretty fast. That's a pretty fast turn, and you really got to hang on to the bar. If you got a passenger, that passenger's got to hang on to the bar pretty tight because he feels like he's going to fly out. So anyway, you can see I'm just taking it for a ride, enjoying myself. The tires are extremely smooth, and they balanced very, very nicely, very, very easily at the local tire shop. And sometimes with these steel wheels, I'll be totally honest with you, I was a little bit hesitant. I wanted to put aluminum on it, not only for the way they looked, but also because they're a little bit lighter and they're probably a little bit more true. Anyway, I was pretty impressed. These steel wheels are fantastic. By the way, you can't see it here, but I actually lifted up the front end right at that point. What I did was I shifted from second to third, and it wasn't the right gear, so I went back down into second and just slammed it to the floor, and the front end came up about an inch right there. I was hoping we had the camera on that, but it didn't. It didn't quite. It was kind of pointed at my shifting at that time. Anyway, getting back to the wheels, I can't say enough about these wheels. I was actually very, very impressed with the way they ride. Steel wheels, and they look fantastic as well. I'm gonna link in the description where you can buy this stuff, and not just the wheels, but the tires as well. And by the way, you need to get with these wheels. They don't sell the center caps. You got to get the center caps separate, and of course you got to buy the lug nuts separate as well. If anybody's interested in the offset, or they have any questions about this particular rim, just let me know. You can just leave a comment, and I'll be sure to reply back to it. And any other things you might want to ask about this car, I have another video you can probably check out. It's the one I did where I figured out the weight versus power, the ratio, and I'll put a link to that at the back of this video as well. And in that video I talk a lot about this car and the engine and everything, and in case you're interested. This car runs a 2387 cc engine. I had it built in California at a place called CV Performance, but I talk a lot about that in the other video if you're interested. In any case, this is about the end of the ride. This is Broward County, Florida. We were driving up to this park that I always kind of go over to, and oftentimes on the weekends, this is in the middle of the week, but on the weekends we have a lot of bikers and stuff that come out here, and we didn't see anybody. But so anyway, really, really appreciate you tuning in and watching our video. Thank you very much, as always, and please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Thumbs up are always appreciated. Have a great day, everybody, and take care.